Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a tarot reading today for the energy of March 3rd, 2026. We just had our blood moon lunar eclipse today, this morning. So we've still got that energy going. I'm going to just do a really simple, basic kind of tarot reading here, which essentially it's just a 3-card reading, what we are coming from, what we have right now, and what is to come. As far as energies go, it is one of the most basic types of tarot readings, but I find it's always really accurate. So we are going to do that. And I was going to do a daily card reading, and I did one, and I titled it Daily Energy Check-In, and then a bunch of just weird stuff happened. I ended up needing to help a family member, so I have been sort of tied up for the last week-ish, but I am back, and here we go. Let me make sure all my little stuff is right here. This is the moon water I made last night with the lunar eclipse into the morning. So we have some charged blood moon water. Powerful stuff. And it's going to be right there. All right. So we're going to do what energy oops, is it leaking? Give me a second. Are you leaking? What's going on? I think so. Little Sanny. Huh. Why is it? I feel like it's leaking, but I don't know where it's leaking from. All right, so see, there's water there. Weird. Okay. So we'll figure it out later. So just hope my cards don't get wet. So this is the energy that we are just watching pass us. The most recent past, what's just occurred, what we've just left behind. Next card. This is going to be what energy we are in at the moment. And last card, what is coming in the near future. Which I honestly am really curious about this, because astrologically, we're stepping into some energy that we've actually never seen before in history. So it is really unprecedented times, and I'm curious if it's even possible to, like, what this is gonna say, because a lot of the astrologers that I've followed over the years, lately, they've been talking about how this energy that's coming up is like a total unknown, which I think is fascinating. So, because we've never really experienced the exact combination of energies that's about to happen. So we're building up to right now. So this is going to be interesting. All right. So first off, we are going to look at the energy that we have just finished with and just come from, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this card, I love the symbolism on it. I hope the lighting's okay in here. Is the lighting not good enough? Oh well, I'll try to fix it. But the symbolism, I've always loved the symbolism of this card. But essentially what this means is we've just finished major life cycles. Since it's upright, it would determine we've been through, well, if it were in a present or future position, it would indicate good luck. Since we've just finished this, though, it's more about time keeps on spinning, basically. It just never stops. The cycles keep going, and we just finished a cycle is what this would indicate. Turning points, and oftentimes fate and destiny is also indicated by this. So what this would really indicate right now is like we've just finished a pretty significant life or karmic or fate cycle. We've just learned some seriously difficult, painful, annoying, expensive, etc. lessons. Ask me how I know, right? I'm not even kidding. This is like super accurate because, and even astrologically, this is very accurate right now because of the current positions of pretty much all the planets, how they're relating to each other, and the fact that we just started the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in 0 degrees Aries, which is like the very first degree of the zodiac. So we just started a massively new cycle. We are experiencing the setup of astrological placements that we've never really experienced before energetically. So this is extremely accurate. We have just come from like the completion of an old cycle. We've gone through the pain. We've had the pivotal moments, the turning points. We accept that the wheel keeps turning, and we've just had a big cycle end. So that is what that means. For sure, that is extremely accurate. So next we are looking at, let's find out what the current energy is at the moment. Knight of Cups. Okay. So the Knight of Cups it's a very, it's the suit of cups. So it's the water energy. It's the, romantic, the artistic, the creative, the emotional, the longing, the love. We've got this water down here, and up here we have the wings on the helmet. What that actually signifies is it's a nod to Hermes. Hermes the messenger. And what does that relate to? That relates to Mercury. Interestingly enough, at this moment, we do have Mercury in retrograde in Pisces, a water sign. So Mercury in Pisces. It's noted here. And the cup is very Piscean. The river down here signifies not just the fluidity of creativity and love and finances and all these things, but also emotions and the movement of emotions. There's also there's a fish on the cloak of the dude here. And on this deck, it is not extremely visible, but there is a fish. So that's another nod to Pisces, which we do have Mercury in Pisces, retrograde, which is interesting. So even so, if we're talking about like actions associated with this, which I know it's a cup suit, but actions, it would be indicating a push for you to pursue artistic and creative outlets and passions. So something that is coming from the heart, something that is creative and I'm trying to think of the words and my brain's not braining today. Like something that is coming from your heart, your creative channeling, your inner muse, your your grace, your idealism. It's actually, I mean, if we're talking about feelings, it's like romance, longing, emotional connections and idealism, but also a lot of creative inspiration. If it's regarding your career, it's going to be talking about solutions that you could be looking for or finding in your career that are creative and that are tactful at the same time. And when it comes to love, this is honestly kind of about the knight in shining armor. It's about getting to a point where you see these love ideals and you're even finding them in yourself, or you are finding them in someone else, but you are definitely connecting to them. Creativity, though, creativity is a huge energy with this card. So we are basically in the middle of a very strong current of creativity and emotions that's coming through, and it can be anything water can be. It can be cleansing, it can be hydrating, it can be refreshing. It can build a lot in our lives as far as love and finances and things like that. So that is what energy is like taking place at the moment. And then we've got our next card. Okay, so our last card, which is going to be about what energies are about to come into our world, ourself. The High Priestess, but reversed. Okay. So the High Priestess, she represents the moon, femininity, sacred feminine cycles with the moon, things like that. And I just have to show you guys this because this is so interesting. Just look at this. Look at this symbolism right here. Look at her. Let me see if this can focus better. There we go. Look at her outfit, her surroundings, the symbolism, and then look right here. Okay, take this in for a moment. And the scrolls as well. Okay, so we've got that. Now check out this candle that I have right here. I'm going to try not to dump wax all over myself. But check out this candle. Okay, maybe give me 1 second so I don't literally dump wax all over myself. Give me a second. There we go. Just gonna dump that out so that I don't burn the shit out of myself. So, do you notice anything similar here? Do you notice anything similar here? There's a moon, crescent moon on each of them. They're both wearing robes. The Guadalupe Virgin, she is not wearing white and blue, but generally, well, this is actually blue and like a reddish orange. She does have white in there some also, but I just want you to look at that. And then the roses and the pomegranates, the 2 pillars right here. There is more in common between these 2 images than you would ever know or guess. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that really quick because I had this candle burning right here. But when we're talking about the High Priestess, we're talking about just the feminine energies of creativity and intuition and mysteries. This has a lot to do with the mysteries, the unconscious, everything that's ruled by the moon. So it's like the female counterpart of the god, basically. The intuitive connection that you have. Do you listen to your intuition? And also kind of like, this is another water card. So also, as mentioned in here with the Knight of Cups, some love and finance stuff, as it has to do with water and things like that. Now, since it is, well, also, let me also mention, she's got a veil too. So the veil is representing hidden things, mysterious things, things that are not yet come to pass. Now, if we flip it, as we did have it come up in the reading, a reversed High Priestess, what that indicates is, honestly, it can be confusion, it can be a lack of information, it can be missing details, it can be mixed doubt of the self. So there's like a lack, there's a turning around of self-trust within, that we get with intuition. We have that self-trust. This is turned around. It's a lack of self-trust. What it urges us to do is to seek inner truths that maybe we don't want to look at. Sit back, review, reflect. All of the Mercury retrograde actions, like stop, review, reflect, reflect, review, reconsider, the things that you want to do. This is indicating for our future, is that, or for what's coming to pass, is we need to journal, meditate, reassess, accept that you are a little bit not sure about what's going on. So this is actually kind of like a big wild card, a big question mark, which is what I mentioned earlier. I'm interested to see what this would be. It is very accurate. It is kind of like a we don't know what's coming kind of card. And I know that's like not a satisfying card for people to get and look at, but it's actually, I think it's accurate. I think it's going to be accurate. We don't know what's coming. It's kind of like our intuition is currently, has like a clouded veil over it. It's a little bit repressed. There could be some hidden ulterior motives going on around us. I'm not trying to make this sound negative, because I don't think it is. I think it's just very, it's kind of like a hold back, put on your veil, lay low. You don't know what's coming, so reassess, review, recalculate, recalibrate, review, reflect, write in your journal, meditate, get yourself right, is basically the message here that I'm getting. And then, that is definitely one of our natural phases, or one of our natural parts in our feminine cycles, is to kind of pull back and have the veil kind of cover us for a while we kind of reconsider everything. It's very natural, very healthy. So maybe just take that as advice of like, hey, we're not sure exactly what energy is going to be coming, but as of everything that we have experienced up to this point, it is time to stop and kind of do an inventory, and seek some clarity, and seek like to understand some of the things that you may be trying to repress, or that you need to integrate into your current self, so that you can begin to gain that clarity and trust yourself again and trust your intuition again. You're like almost there, but it's time to step back a tiny bit and go, okay, we just had this huge cycle and we've got this creativity just pouring towards us. It's the perfect timing to do creative things. But as far as like major actions, career, finances, we want to take just a moment to sit back and go, okay, let's reorganize and understand all of this stuff. So that's kind of what it is. And I hope that does make sense to you guys. I think this is a really good reading. And so I'm going to actually try to do them more often. I hope that does work out. And you guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.